Good morning, guys, and happy Sunday to all our sunshiny faces and Father's Day. We did have one stop that we didn't end up doing on Friday. We ended up going to Jewel, but we also had to stop at Menards. We ended up, I think we got the last of the pea gravel, at least for right now, to have the area over by our deck sort of finished. At least, and also too, we ended up picking up, they had on clearance, which we were trying to get for my mom for Mother's Day like a couple years ago, was like a fountain for the backyard. And so like we came up with like different ideas, and then we were looking at different ones and like, you know, sort of going back and forth and stuff. And so it's taken a little while, but we actually found one on clearance at Menards that she really liked. So it was 200 bucks, but like after rebate it was like really only like 180, but it was more than that normally. I think it was normally like $300, so I feel like we got a good deal on it. And so like I said, we got that. So even though it was Father's Day, we ended up buying my mom her Mother's Day gift from a couple of years ago. And so we got that, and then we also got the dirt, the last of the soil that we needed to finish our vegetable garden bed, the one of them. And then we also had to get, like I said, the pea gravel, and then they had Jack's shirts, like the he needed like undershirts. They had those actually on sale, so I was able to get a good deal on them. And then also too, we got the Suddenly salads they had on sale, but they didn't have any left on Friday when we went. Today they did, so we ended up picking that up. So like I said, we made a quick run to what's it called, to Menards, but we also did our shopping at Jewel. So like I said, I'll share with you guys what we ended up picking up. There was two things that they did not have, so I'll share with you guys what I didn't end up picking up, and the deals that were going on with those. But I am going to, like I said, share with you guys that and then get this stuff put away. And I think we're going to try and maybe do like some garage stuff if we can keep it quiet. We might try and put the fountain together too, because we can do that in the garage and we don't need power tools or anything like that, hopefully. So we can keep it down, because again, my mom's sleeping right now because she worked you know, like night shifts. So anyways, like I said, I'll share with you guys what we ended up picking up. All right, so this was everything we ended up picking up from Jewel. We ended up paying $30.65, $1.25 of that was tax, so we were just a little under 30 bucks for everything. We saved though $54.89 for 65% savings, so really good deals. Now the things that they did not have that I couldn't find, the butcher block bacon, like I think that it was maybe deli bacon, or not deli, but like the butcher bacon, but like when I was looking at it online, it showed that it was like pre-packaged, but when I looked in the bacon section, even over at the deli, or the, you know, the butcher counter, they didn't have any. So like, I don't know, it was supposed to be $3.99 a pound, which I thought, for like, again, I'm thinking this is more like fresh quality sort of bacon. I thought $3.99 was a good price. Normally $2.99 is what I get, and that was per pound. Normally $2.99 is what I pay for 12 ounces, like a package of bacon. Sometimes they vary between like 12 to 16 ounces. Again, so I normally pay, like I said, $3 basically for 12 ounces. So I thought for an extra $1, you know, and you add 4 ounces on there for, again, more of the quality bacon, I thought was a pretty good deal. Didn't have it. It was supposed to be, like I said, $3.99 a pound, but it was a limit of 5 pounds. So I didn't know if, again, it was going to be like packaged like individually, or not individually, but you know, like from like the deli. Like I tried to look all over in, like, again, the actual meat aisle, then in the bacon section, then we looked in the butcher section, plus I looked in all like the specialty like sale cases, like of the like chest freezer sort of things. Couldn't find that anywhere. The other thing that I wanted to get to, which I thought was a really good deal and I thought my mom would have really liked, was they had chicken salad, and they also had tuna salad, the 1 pound, I think, or something like that, the, you know, container packages were on sale. Buy one get one free. I think they're $7.99 or $6.99 normally, so it's like $3.50 each, which all these prices expensive. Theirs are like, I think $5.99 or like $4.99, something like that per package. So I thought for $3.50, like that's actually a really good deal. The only thing they had left was one package left of tuna, so I couldn't even buy like two. I wanted to get like I said, the chicken salad, because that's what my mom likes from Aldi. She likes the cranberry kind. This wasn't, it was just like a regular kind, but I still thought she'd really like it. You know, like I said, and she would eat that, you know, in replacement of getting that stuff from Aldi though. But again, then I was like, okay, well maybe we'll just get the tuna. And they'd only have one left, and you can't do a buy one get one free sale with only one item. So wasn't able to get that. So like I said, that was a little bit of a bummer, but those were the two things that I couldn't find at the store. It looks like everything else though, for the most part, rang up at the right price. All my coupons came off and everything. So the sale they had going on this week, one of the sales was if you bought 4 or more items, you got them at the designated price. Goldfish were 99 cents after you again bought 4 or more items, and then the 7-Ups, like the 2 liters, those were also 99 cents after that. My mom likes to do 7-Up, like the diet, I guess, but they didn't have that, so I got the 0 sugar, which she's been liking now from like you know, like her Coke that she normally drinks, but she used to drink Diet Coke. Now she's into the more Coke Zero. But like I said, she normally winds up doing that with like orange juice. So whenever we have orange juice, it seems like we never have any more of this left. And then when we have this, now we're out of orange juice though. But I decided to get this while it was on sale, so that again, I don't have to wind up paying for, you know, it when buying one of them when they're not on sale if we get orange juice again. So those were the 6 items I bought as part of that buy 4 or more. Then you get them at that, you know, like I said, that price. So 99 cents for each of those items was what I ended up paying. So it was about $6 for that. Then their advertised like just for you offers they had going on. Corn was 5 cents after a just for you coupon. It was a limit of 4, so I picked up 4 of those. We're going to do those tonight when we do the steaks. We also picked up the Ruffles potato chips. Those were $2.22 after a just for you coupon, which is a little bit more expensive. I honestly think that like Aldi's brand of potato chips is a little bit better. My mom specifically likes the Ruffles really, and really likes the Ridge kind. If not, like she'll get like the wavy kind of like, you know, the Lay's or get an off-brand whatever, but that's what she prefers. So again, I could find at least a decent deal on it. I went ahead and picked it up. But like I said, normally I would get these for like $1.50, maybe $2, but over $2 I feel like it's a little much. But these retail at like over $5.50, so I still thought that wasn't too bad of a deal. So anyways, pick that up. And then also too, they had the Banana Boat sunscreen. This was $4.99 after just for you coupon. There's a couple of like if you buy like a 2-pack at Walmart, I think they're a little bit cheaper. They're like maybe $4.50 or something like that, maybe $3.50 something, or like $4, something around that. Aldi's price I think is $4 for their like again off-brand, but for the actual name brand, $5 for sunscreen's actually a pretty decent price. They also had the Jack's Link jerky was on sale for $2.99. These were like the 2.5 ounce packages, so we picked up a package of that as well. Then a couple things that I noticed they had coupons advertised for, but they weren't advertised in the ad, was the Pearl Milling Company syrup. This was on sale for $2.50, and there was a $1 off coupon. Like I said, it said it on the tag, so this should be available for everybody. It just wasn't advertised in the ad, but this was $1.90 or $1.50, which was actually pretty good. We ran out of syrup and had to send Matthew out to Aldi yesterday morning because when we were doing breakfast we didn't have syrup, so now I have a backup at least in the pantry, and it was a good price for that. And then the Holland House, I think this also had the coupon was advertised. This white wine vinegar, this was on sale for $2.99. There was a $1 off coupon making it $1.99. For the organic like white wine vinegar, I actually thought was a pretty good price, and I use this sometimes in substitution of like a white wine, and I think I have one package of like the red wine vinegar or whatever it is also already. So again, I normally wind up using this in replacement of that. You can also use chicken broth, which is what I used when I was making the shrimp scampi, but instead I can use this now. So like I said, that might be what I wind up doing. King Oscar mackerel, these little like tin packages, these are actually normally kind of expensive. They're like almost $4, but there was a coupon that I had in my account that was completely free. It was not a Saturday sampler because I saw it was available on like Thursday or something like that. So I know it wasn't from that, but I don't know if it was specifically for my account or exactly what it was, but this was completely free after that. I didn't actually know my dad used to eat sardines all the time apparently out of the package, and he's like, I've never had mackerel, but I wouldn't mind trying it. So I was like, okay then. So because originally I was like, do we even like, will anybody eat this if we get it? My dad's like, yeah, I'll try it. So yeah, pick that up. And then also too, now this was a personalized just for you offer that I had, which was on the cheese. I think I told you guys too, at Meijer, their like 2-pound bag of cheese is $5.99, which is pretty good price. But Jewel's price with the personalized just for you offer was $5.61. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Again, my my price point gauge is set at $5.99. Anything cheaper than that, I'll go ahead and pick it up. But I know at Meijer I can pick it up for $5.99. Like Walmart's price is actually expensive. Theirs is like $6.99 or $7.99 or something like that for the 2-pound package. And Aldi's price is also a lot more money. Like I think it's around, like I said, that Walmart price too. So Meijer's is way cheaper. If I, like I said, ever find it cheaper than even that, like this, which was $5.61, I'll go ahead and pick it up. And this was a limit of 1 per like day or something like that, so I couldn't pick up like the 2 packages. I could only get the 1, so I just got a thing of mozzarella. Then they also had strawberries on sale for 99 cents. They were a limit of 4, so I picked up 4 packages. And Jack normally eats through a whole 4 packages normally in a whole week. So like I said, we went ahead and picked those up. That was just a regular advertised sale that was going on. So that was everything, like I said, that we ended up picking up from Jewel. I was expecting it to be maybe around 40 bucks, including the chicken salad, and then also to the that stuff called the bacon, but since they didn't have that, I think 30 bucks for all this stuff is actually pretty good, because again, like cheese, I know cheese can be expensive and I'm not about paying that retail price for cheese. So again, knowing that, like I said, I've saved at least like around 40 cents off what my price would have been, was pretty good. And like I said, even still like almost $1 or more than what like Walmart's and Aldi's prices. So thought that was pretty good too. And then also I was thinking, because Matthew works outside, I was like, he sort of needs sunscreen because he came home one day completely burnt. And even though I have sunscreen, I was like, I should just like be like, oh, I bought this specially for you because I saw that you got sunburned. Because I don't think that he'll take it if like he knows that we already have it. But if I was like, I went out of my way to make sure that I bought this for you, he might take it and use it. I don't know why him and Jack are like so anti sunscreen. I wear sunscreen every time I go outside, but like I said, for some weird reason, he is like, you know, not a fan of sunscreen, so whatever. But I'll just tell him that I bought that for him. So like I said, I think we did decently well for, like I said, the couple things we ended up picking up. But I already checked Meijer's like ad for next week too. They look like they've got some good deals going on. We've got a couple things that we're gonna try and get to today still. Like I said, maybe putting that stuff together, doing some more garage clean out. It's going to be a little bit hotter today than it was yesterday, like 85. And also too, the refrigerator needs to be like deep cleaned. So those are quiet things that we can do and still get something done. And so everybody else is still asleep, so like there's no really like, let's just like lay around and again like play video games or whatever, like for Father's Day. Like my dad's like, I want to get something done. So yeah, I think that's what we're doing. So anyways, I'm gonna get this stuff put away. I thought I'd just share with you guys my deals from like I said, from those different, from basically just Jewel today. But again, we ended up going there. They didn't have a Saturday sampler, which was sort of the reason I ended up changing my original like plan, I guess, for that. So anyways, like I said, just thought I'd share with you guys those deals that were going on. Well guys, I'm gonna take a shower now and get to bed. We didn't end up, we grilled tonight for dinner and we ended up watching a movie like in the afternoon with my dad, but there wasn't like, I don't know, like a lot that, again, we had plans. Like Friday we went out to the movies. Yesterday again we ended up doing breakfast. It was just, again, everybody's schedule is sort of different. You know, like I said, with my mom working and that kind of stuff, you know, so again, we didn't really wind up having like a whole ton of time to like do anything together as a family or, you know, that much stuff or anything. So the one thing that me and my dad actually did end up doing though was, I told you guys we went to grocery stores and everything like that, and then when we pretty much came back, we ended up going out in the garage. And I think I was telling you guys yesterday, I was organizing all of, my dad has like a work bench sort of like, it's like an old, like from the old kitchen cabinets, I think when the old kitchen was remodeled. There's like a kitchen like cabinets like without the countertop, so my dad has like a piece of plywood over the top of it, and he wants to turn it into like, again, a little actual like workspace. So again, he has like this thing on there, but like a piece of plywood, but there's stuff all over it. So yesterday I was like, you know what, I'm going to start organizing it because I didn't have anything else to do yesterday because my dad was working out, because we had sort of run out of projects to do yesterday then. Well, not ran out of projects, but like because then my dad was sort of like winding down and he was doing his workouts. So I was like, well, I'm still out here, like I don't really have anything else to do. I was like, I guess, and I was staining the wood, and so for the vegetable garden bed, and I was like, I can't like put the bed together myself, and like, you know, so I was like, what else can I do? So I was like, I can organize, why not? So I started organizing all the stuff that was out in the garage on top of that, like I said, shelf area, which a lot of it was just like when we have stuff for projects that we're planning on doing, we wind up just throwing this stuff there. Plus too, like my dad had it somewhat organized a little bit as far as like a bunch of, you know, like all of his like nuts and bolts and screws and nails and all kinds of stuff, which was like completely overwhelming. So yesterday, like I said, I got actually everything somewhat sorted out once. Like the way I organize is I take things like, and then I make a big pile, then I start to make smaller piles, and then from those small piles I get into smaller piles. So I had sort of organized everything out, and I had all of the, like, again, screws, nails, nuts and bolts, everything like that. Again, there was way more of that kind of stuff, but anything like fasteners, like there was tons of like eye hooks in there and other like brackets and like all kinds of random stuff. And the brackets too, we kept buying them because we need them for the vegetable garden beds, but we didn't realize, again, because this is what happens when you don't know where things are. My dad just kept buying them and kept buying them, kept buying them, and didn't realize how many he had. And we have so many, and we actually only need them for the one garden bed. The ones that we're doing on the other side, we don't actually need these brackets for. It's just the side against the house that we need them for. So we have all of these brackets that that were bought for doing the vegetable garden beds that we don't need anymore. So they'll just be saved for another project at another point that we'll need them for. But like I said, this is the kind of insanity that like I can't stand, is when I know we have something but we can't find it. And so we keep buying the thing. Like that's why right now I think in our pantry still there's like 3 things of chocolate syrup, because at one point we ended up buying a thing of chocolate syrup and then somebody couldn't find it again. So then we went back out to the store and we had to buy another one, and then we put it in the pantry, and then someone was like, oh, I think we're out of chocolate syrup. So then somebody went and bought another one. Instead of, again, like looking in the pantry, we didn't check first to see if we had any, and we still right now have 3 in the pantry and 1 in the refrigerator. So anyways, today I went through and I organized, for the most part, everything. Now I'm not organized down to like the exact screw type or nail size or like anything like that, but I at least have everything somewhat categorized. So all of the screws are all together in a little box. And then like some of them are actually split up into the actual type, like, you know, all of the same type of screws are together. And I did sort of the same thing too. All of the nails are together, and again, we have like a couple boxes of like specific nails. I did the same thing too, like nuts and bolts, and there's wing nuts, and there were anchors, and I sorted through and went through all of those. Again, it's not like specific by like the anchor size or, you know, like different, because we have some of the anchors I think are for like brick, and then some are like drywall. And then like I said, I kept like the wing nuts, I think that's what those are called, with those, like so like I said, I had a whole bunch of different, all kinds of different stuff. But I got at least through and like organized some of that stuff, like I said, to those specific things at least. So now there's actually space though on that countertop, because I cleared everything off that countertop. It was like piled up, and there was stuff like falling off of it. So everything's at least organized and put away where it belongs. And then again, just that stuff is in there. But it was funny because my dad had this little thing, which is really cool. It's actually metal. It's like pretty old. It's metal, and it's got these little plastic drawers in them, which all of the drawers still work. There's a couple of them where the little handle on the drawer is sort of like broken, but they were actually my great grandpa's, my mom's grandpa. And my dad ended up getting it, and it still had like all of his like screws and nails and all this kind of stuff that were actually still totally fine. Like nothing's rusty or anything like that, but just like random, like these are all like some of them could be dating back to the 50s, honestly, because some of the stuff I was like, I didn't even know that they made stuff like this small. Like I don't think that you can find some of those things at like even hardware stores nowadays. Like I don't know, it just seemed like really weird, like small little bizarre little things. But my mom said that my great-grandpa apparently was notorious for saving and holding on to all these things. Like I remember my grandma ended up moving into their condo after my great-grandparents had passed away. He had a lot of, which my mom actually ended up doing in her office. She did them with ball canning jars, but my great-grandpa used to have baby food jars, and he would screw the baby food jar lids into the tops of like a cabinet and then would like tighten them on. And he used to keep all of like little nails, and we still have those baby food jars now that are in our garage. But like I remember like my grandma having them in her like condo, and again it was before that was my great-grandparents' condo. So like that kind of stuff. But like I was going through all of that and those things too, because again that was from so many years ago that my dad sort of like had some of the stuff organized, but some of it was just completely, all stuff was thrown around in there. And like I said too, there's stuff that like spilled out, like the boxes, you know, like the cardboard boxes of like nails ended up breaking, and so there were like nails that were spilled all over the place. So again, I got everything at least somewhat organized. It'll be a whole nother process to actually go through and try and then organize again, like okay, this is this specific type of nail, like, or screw. Like there's drywall screws and there's wood screws and there's self-tapping screws and we have a ton of those. Like there's all kinds of different ones. There's really long nails, and then there's, you know, like shorter little fine, like, you know, like almost like finishing nails, I think that's what they're called. You know, again, all kinds of stuff though. There's tons of stuff out there, but I got through at least everything to a degree where it is somewhat organized. So at least all of, like I said, the like things are somewhat together. But we don't really have enough like little compartments to organize all of this stuff. Like we definitely have way too many, so at some point it's gonna have to just be like, okay, well, like even if these are a different size, then this one will still keep this stuff together or whatever. But I spent a good chunk of time today doing that, because again, when my mom was sleeping, I was like, well, what can we do? Like, you know, so my dad was sort of working on some stuff in his work truck, actually like organizing that, because it's sort of the same thing too. Like he has like random stuff, and some of the stuff is fallen out, and like, you know, it was just almost to the same extent of what the garage looked like in that one part too. So that's what my dad was working on. And then too, like, you know, there were times where I was like, okay, this is stuff that like you normally, like he had some of the little, I forget what they're called, the little things for the electrical lights that you put on, and so I was like, these probably, like, my dad has a big bag of them that he keeps in his truck, so I was like, just put these with those ones, like, you know, that kind of stuff. So at least they're not in the garage, like, because there were like 5 of them. I was like, I don't want to keep just 5 of these little random things in the garage, so I was like, just put them with the rest of them that you have the giant bag of. So that's why, like I said, all that stuff ended up like getting into the right place. But that's why, like, I know I'm not super great always at staying organized, but like, I don't know, I like organization, and I like having things organized, because again, now when we go to look for, we need a bracket for something, we don't have to go to the store and buy it because we bought way too many of them. So like I said, we can just go and find them in the garage and know that we have them and stuff like that. And so again, I still have a lot more organizing to do, and all I got to really was the top. I know that there's more nails that have spilled on the floor. I know that there's more stuff that is in drawers in there out in the garage, but I got all the top done. And then again, once I sort of start getting through and organizing and cleaning up some of that stuff, it could be really nice. Dad wants to, like, you know, label all of the stuff as to like what's in each little drawer, and, you know, all these little organizer things that he has. And he has a label maker, so I was like, why don't you just use that, you know, like, it'd make it really convenient to be able to, you know, like I said, organize all of those things and just know like what's what and where the stuff is and all this. And so like I said, that was sort of what we ended up working on today, because it was nice and quiet. We weren't making noise out in the garage, so my mom could sleep, and Jack kept the dogs nice and quiet today. But I don't know if that's really what my dad wanted to spend Father's Day doing, but like I think he was happy though too, because like I know that's something that like he wouldn't have the patience to do, and I actually like doing that kind of stuff, so it's sort of like my Father's Day gift to him. But we did do gifts earlier this morning actually, so I ended up giving him my like gift that I actually bought him, and then I gave him my time today as well. Like I said, well, he was, you know, out in the garage and stuff like that. I was just helping organize that stuff. But we have a list of stuff that we're going to try and do during the week, because over the weekend, next weekend, we don't have a lot of time because my mom has to work an extra shift over the weekend, so we don't have a lot of time for that. And the following weekend, I didn't even realize, is 4th of July weekend. So probably the next 2 weekends, we're not really going to be able to possibly get too much done, but we should be able to get stuff done during the week. So like we want to put together my mom's fountain that we got her for, like I said, the old Mother's Day gift that we never ended up getting her. But when we were at Menards on Friday, that's when I saw it, and I was like, I saw that they were on clearance. A lot of them were being clearanced out, and I was like, how about we go ahead and pick this up? So you know, and get my mom what she's been really wanting, which was a new fountain for the backyard. Back behind the garage is where we're going to plug it in and turn it on, and we'll have a nice little bubbling fountain back there, along with our little French garden thing that we're doing. But that is what we're going to be up to during the week, is hopefully getting some of those extra projects that we didn't finish, because we didn't get the vegetable garden bed completely finished yet. Like I said, there's a couple of other things that we still need to get done, but that is, like I said, a couple of them, and we're going to have to work on them during the week, because again, we didn't finish everything that we wanted to this weekend, even with an extra day in there too. But anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog, though. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.